This video is sponsored by DevMountain. If you're interested in learning web development, iOS, or UX design, DevMountain is a 12-week design and development bootcamp intended to get you a full-time position in the industry. To learn more, visit devmountain.com or click the link in the description below. Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video, we're going to create a WordPress website, and we're going to build it live on a domain. You can see the domain I have this on is appdemo112.com. We're going to build it on appdemo910.com. We're going to be using InMotion Hosting. So if you're interested in a hosting account with them, I will put an affiliate link in the description. So we're going to be building a financial company website. Obviously, this is a fictional company called Save Light. I just created a quick logo in Photoshop. We will be using a theme called Airi, which is a free theme, and all the resources like the logo, the images, and so on, I'll put in the description for you to download so that you can go along with me. We'll also be using a plugin called Elementor, which will allow us to edit stuff from the front-facing website. This will allow your clients to edit things, which they'll really appreciate, that they can go in and edit stuff without having to bother you. So we'll also be using a plugin called WP7 Forms, which is a contact form plugin. So we'll have a working contact form. But basically, we'll just go through it real quick. This is the main showcase area with the background overlay. We have this area with some icons and some text, these services, some more icons, and we can easily change these using Elementor. We have this area with the background image, some testimonials. Obviously, you would replace these with your real client testimonials. A map. We have the simple contact form on the front page, which just has an email and a message field, and then a footer. Okay, the footer just has some contact info. It has some social media icons and so on. All right, then the About Us is very simple as well. So we just have this who we are with an image. We have this image here. If I click on it, it'll open up a YouTube video to play. You could set this video to whatever you want. I have it to my channel intro video. Down here we have these three sections of text and then the footer. So pretty simple. Then we have our blog, of course. So our blog has all of our posts on the left and then some widgets on the right, like recent posts, categories, and so on. And then we have our contact page, which has a bigger map. It has some contact details and a contact form. All right, so that's the gist of what we'll be building, and it's going to be pretty quick. It should be under an hour, hopefully. All right, so let's get started. All right, now, however you want to install WordPress is fine. If you want to install it locally, if you're using like XAMPP or something like that, Serverpress is another awesome technology for a local WordPress installation. If you want to use a Docker container, if you want to get a little more advanced, that's fine. But I'm actually going to be building it on my web host. Okay, I'm going on my live domain, which is appdemo, right here, appdemo910.com. So this is my cPanel account. Again, I'm using InMotion Hosting. You could use a business account, which is just a shared account, or WordPress hosting. I actually have a VPS, so I can set up multiple shared accounts, and this is just one of them. But yeah, so even if you use a different host like HostGator or something like that, GoDaddy, they all use cPanel, and it should be very similar to this. So I'm going to go down to where it says Top Applications, and I'm going to click WordPress. Okay, so this will just give me some information about what WordPress is. I'm going to click Install Now. And we want to choose our protocol. So I do have an SSL on this domain, so I could use HTTPS, but I'm just going to choose HTTP. The domain, of course, is going to be whatever domain is connected to this hosting account. The directory, I'm going to leave blank because I want it in the root directory. If I wanted it in, like, let's say, appdemo910.com/blog, I would put blog here. But I'm going to leave that blank. So for site name, I'm going to put in Save Light. For the description, let's just say invest in your future. And then for the admin user, I'm going to say Brad. And then for the password, I'll just do ABC123 exclamation. Okay, you can put your admin email, language. Now the plugins here, there's some options for WooCommerce, which is an e-commerce plugin. So if you wanted to have an online shop or something like that, let's see, Jetpack, which gives you some analytics and stuff. I'm going to uncheck both of these because I'm not going to use any of these plugins. And then down here under advanced options is just some of your database information. You don't need to touch this. It'll actually create the database and the database user on its own. So we can go ahead and click install, and that should just take a minute or so, or much less than a minute, and everything should be all set. So here's our front end domain. If I open that up, this is now a default WordPress site. So this is what you would get when you install WordPress. And again, it's at my domain of appdemo910.com. The admin URL is going to be wp-admin. So whatever your domain name is, /wp-admin. Okay, so from here you can go ahead and you can create posts and pages and menus and stuff like that. But what we're going to do now is focus on setting up our theme. And we're going to be using a theme called Airi, and I'll put the link to this page in the description. It's a free theme, and most themes that you install, whether they're free or they're paid, will include some kind of way to get your site looking like the demo. Okay, so if we look at the demo of this theme, there's actually a couple different versions. The version we're going to use, and some of these are actually paid. I think there's 3 free ones, and this is the one we're going to be using. So this is the demo. Basically, I want my site to look like this. Okay, so what we can do is first of all download the theme. So let's go back to this page here, and let's say download. And you can subscribe if you want to their email, to their thing, or just say no thanks. I just want the files. And you'll see down here, I actually downloaded it a couple times, but it's going to be called Airi 1.0.0.zip. Okay, so now that we've downloaded that, we want to go back to our back end. We want to go to Appearance and then Themes. And from here, you'll see all of your installed themes. I'm going to click Add New. And then there's some other themes here you can choose from, but we're going to say Upload Theme. And we want to choose that zip file that we just downloaded. So we want the Airi 1.0.0 and click Install Now. I'll also include that in the resources file that I include in the description. So that's going to install the theme for us. Okay, so the theme is installed. It's not activated yet, so I'm going to go ahead and click Activate. So now it's activated. Let's check out the front end now. If I go ahead and reload, it's going to look like this. The theme is active, but we don't have any of the demo data. So that's what we want to do next. There's also some special extensions we need, such as the WP Form 7. Also, we need the Elementor plugin and so on. So if I go back to, let's see, we want to go back to our admin area, and up here you'll see this theme recommends the following plugins: Contact Form 7, Demo Content Import, that's actually what's used to import the demo stuff, Elementor, and MailChimp. Now if I go to this link here, Begin Installing Plugins, you'll see all of the recommended plugins. So I'm going to just check them all, and I'm going to say Install and then Apply. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to install each one by one. And don't worry about this warning here. This is nothing. And there's also a quick start. If you went to the Airi theme page here and you went to documentation and you go to quick start guide, it basically tells you to do exactly what I'm doing now. So most themes have pretty good documentation. All right, so looks like all installations have been complete. Let's return to the required plugins installer, and now we have to activate them all because, as you can see, it says installed but not activated. So we're going to check all of them again, and we're going to say activate and apply. All right, so now we have all of that stuff activated. So now I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and under Appearance, you're going to see Import Demo Data. Okay, so this is that special demo data plugin that was installed. There's actually a new version of Airi, so if you want to, you can update. We might as well do that. And that's another thing I love about WordPress is it makes things so easy to just update. It just says there's an update, you click it, and it works. All right, so now our theme is updated. Now let's go to import demo data. And we can use any of these three. Okay, so I'm going to grab this last one here and I'm going to say import. Yes, import. And it's just going to set up any widgets or any posts. All the demo stuff is going to be put in here. The images, everything. All right, so it says it's all set. Now let's go back to our front end and reload. And there we go. So now we have all the demo content. Okay, then there's a bunch of stuff that I want to change here. Of course, you know, you're not going to just use the demo and that's it. You're going to want to change images and text and icons, menu items, all types of stuff. So we have the Elementor plugin installed, and you can see in my admin bar here, there's this Edit with Elementor link. Okay, so we're going to use that in a second, but there's a couple things I want to do first. So I'm going to go back to the admin area, and I'm going to go down to Appearance and then Themes, and I'm going to go to the current theme, the Airi theme, and say Customize. Okay, and there's a couple things I want to do from here. One is going to be, let's see, is it header? All right, so if you go to header and then menu, there's a couple options. The menu I want to be contained, meaning that if I stretch the browser out, I want it to stay here. I don't want it to go all the way over. So I'm going to choose contained. Okay, so it just kind of pushes it in. Don't worry about all these links here. We're going to get rid of most of these. You can also choose to make it a sticky menu, which we're going to keep, meaning it stays on the page when you scroll down, or you can make it static. But we're going to go ahead and click Publish. Let's see, what else do I want to change? The colors, I'm going to go ahead and change the general color from this green to a light blue. Okay, and I just have to get that hexadecimal value real quick. Let's see, where is it? All right, so the hexadecimal value, let me just grab that. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to go to this input right here and paste it in. So it's going to be # 6EC1E4, and I'm going to click Publish. Okay, so that's going to change, should change a few things. I thought it would change like the button colors, but we might have to do that through Elementor actually. All right, so we'll just do that, and then I don't think there's anything else I want to do here. Let's see, footer, we'll keep that. Site identity, this is the logo. So I don't want to have this Airi logo, I want our Save Light logo. So you should have in the description a link to all the resources, including a logo PNG. I also included the PSD if you want to edit it in Photoshop, but I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So let's say change logo, and I'm going to select files, and I believe it's on my desktop. So we'll grab the logo PNG and select, and let's crop it. We want to show the whole logo, so I'm going to stretch this out like that and click crop image. Okay, now the way that this is set up by default is it looks normal at the top, but when I scroll down it gets smaller, and I don't like that functionality. I think it looks silly when it's that small. So the way that I'm going to fix this is I'm going to go to additional CSS, and we're just going to add just a little bit of custom CSS so that doesn't happen. If I go ahead and I open up my Chrome tools, oops, go to the wrong browser, and we take a look at this, this is what is causing this. So it's this is sticky site header custom logo link image max width 80 pixels. So I'm going to copy this, and let's go over to the custom CSS, and I'm going to just go ahead and paste that in, and I'm going to change 80 pixels to 100%. Okay, so we'll go ahead and publish that. And now if I scroll down, you'll see that it doesn't get smaller. Okay, and then I think that's it. Homepage settings, that's good. Everything else should be good. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's get out of the customizer here. Now, there's too many menu links here. I don't want all these. All I want is home, contact, blog, and about, and I don't want them in this order either. The way that it is now is if you add any pages, they're automatically put in this menu. So what we want to do is, first of all, go to Pages, and I'm going to delete these LP, Become Trainer, Checkout, all this stuff. We don't want any of this. We don't want the sample pages. We'll get rid of those. And let's say move to trash, apply. And now if I go back and reload, those are gone. Okay, now, like I said, if we were to add another page, it will automatically get put to this menu. I don't want that. I want to be able to pick and choose what I want on this menu. So if we go to Appearance, Menus, down here, we want to say Display Location, and we want to check Primary. Okay, that way this specific menu in this order will be shown in that spot. So if I say Save Menu, now we go back and reload, that's what's shown there, okay? And I don't want the courses page, so what I'm going to do is get rid of that. It goes nowhere anyway, so we're going to remove that. And then I want the about to be second, so I'm going to put that here. Blog, contact, that's good. So we'll save, and we'll go back and reload, and now we have the proper order of links. Okay, so let's see. I think that's it for now as far as the admin area. Now we want to do some stuff with Elementor. Okay, it's a very powerful plugin. So if I click it, Edit with Elementor in the admin bar, it's going to let us view our site with Elementor, and we can basically just change things around. So I can click on, let's say, this tagline right here, and I can change it. And this is what is great for your clients, okay? So they'll be able to just come in and just change up the text and stuff like that. So let's say welcome. We'll say welcome to Save Light Investing. And yeah, so I think that's good. Now if we click this update button, that'll update that. All right, now this big text right here, this heading, I want to change this as well. So I'm going to change that to financial advisors that focus on your needs. And you can put whatever you want here, obviously. All right, so we'll do that. Let's go ahead and update. Okay, now the color, the default colors here are green. I want to change it to that blue. So I'm going to click on this button here, and we'll keep it at the About Us. We'll have it go to About. Actually, you know what we can do is click this gear, and it'll show us the pages. We want it to go to the About Us. There we go. And then if we go to Style, we can change the style, such as the color. So I'm going to say background color, and I'm going to click this blue right here. Okay, now notice it still has a green border. So the border down here, I'm going to change that to, let's change that to white. Okay, and then if we go to hover, that shows us the hover stuff. So text color on hover, I want to be that blue color. And you can change like hover animation, you can change like the border width and stuff like that, but I think that's good, so I'm going to click update. Okay, now for the view more, let's click on that and go to style and go to hover and change the green to that blue. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click update, and there we go. Now for the background image, we obviously don't want this guy jogging. That doesn't make much sense. This is a financial site. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I want to get out of this. We should be able to click. Okay. Wait a minute. We should be able to. Right here. So this button here, I'm going to click, and this correlates to this whole section here. Okay, so this background image and all that. If I go to style, you'll see the background image. Now, what I want to do here is I don't want to just use an image for a background. I want to use an overlay. So I'm actually going to make the background. I'm going to delete the image. Whoops. I'm going to say delete for the image, and then go right here to color, and let's put it to, let's do like a dark gray like that. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then background overlay I want to choose and go to this classic right here, click that, and then we can use an image as an overlay so it's kind of faded out. So I'm going to click this plus icon, and let's go select files because I want to upload an image. And what I want is this analysis image. Okay, all these images are from pexels.com, which is it's a high quality free stock image website, which I use all the time. So we're going to grab this analysis image. Okay, so that's going to upload, and then we'll say insert media. Okay, now we can do different things, like we can position it. So let's say position center, like that. And then for size, I'm going to choose cover. Okay, and this is just editing CSS behind the scenes, which makes things really, really easy. And you can change the opacity. So if I want to make it darker, like I think that's good. So, I mean, if you want to make it darker or lighter or use a different image, whatever you want to do is fine. The point of this whole tutorial is to show you how to do this stuff so you can create your own stuff. You know, you don't have to do this exact theme or this exact website. So I think that looks good. I think, yeah, I think that's good. So let's update. Okay, and I think we're all set with this main area. So let's move down, and I'm not going to change too much here. Of course, I want to change the colors of these icons. So if I click this icon, if I wanted to change the actual image, I could go right here and choose from all these different icons. And I believe these are Font Awesome icons. But I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to change the color though, so I'm going to go to Style and change it to that blue. Okay, so if you want to change the content, you can do that as well. The style for the content, also the content itself. So professional, but I'm just going to leave it as is. So we'll update that. We'll click on this next icon, and let's go to Style, change it to blue, and update. And this next one, Style, blue, update. Okay, and then this button over here, I just want to go to the style, change this to blue. Let's go to the hover effect, change the background to blue, and change the border to white, and update. Okay, so that looks good. Let's change this though. Let's get healthy. That doesn't make sense. Let's just say like invest in you. All right, so that's good. We'll update, and then the rest of the text is just dummy text. We'll just leave that. All right, so far so good. Let's move down to our services, and we'll just keep our services. This line right here, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to change the color to the light blue. These icons, I'm going to change the icon itself. So instead of a leaf here, I'm going to choose... see, there's a money icon, I believe. Yeah, you can search for it. Click that. Changes the icon. I'm also going to change it to a square. Okay, and then for style, we'll change the color to the blue color. Okay, and then for the content, let's go down to content, and let's change from nutrition plans. We'll just say investment. Okay, so that should be it. Let's update. Let's go to the next one here. And I don't want a lemon icon. I want the pie chart. So I'm going to search for pie. All right, and then let's see. We'll change that to square as well. We'll change the low fat to trading. So you can see how easy this is. Anyone can do this. You don't have to know any kind of coding at all. You don't even have to know HTML. I wouldn't suggest not learning HTML, CSS, and all that, but it's just something that's very, very easy to do. Primary color, I'm going to change to blue, and that should be good. So we'll update. Let me just close this up, and then vitamins, let's see, we're going to change this to comment. The comment icon, we'll change it. And you can do framed as well if you want to do it like this. The stacked makes the color filled, just fills the color in. So square, and let's change this to advice. And of course the color of the icon. And update. And then the last one here. We're going to leave the bar chart actually, but let's change it to a square, and let's change the text here to research, and style we're going to change to blue, and update. Okay, so that's our services. So let's move along here. This part, this online coaching courses, I'm just going to completely get rid of. So I'm going to click the X. That's going to get rid of that. This part here, let's change the title. We're going to change this to wealth management. Okay, and then for the background, we'll go to, actually no, we have to click on this right here. And then style. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to delete the image and add a color. I'm actually going to use the blue color like that. And then let's go to background overlay, click on the brush here, classic, add an image. So we want to upload. And I want the handshake image, which is this right here. Okay, so we'll insert media, and we can reposition this. Let's actually say cover, and let's do position. Let's see, center. There we go. So the handshake is right in the middle. And then the opacity, I'm going to bring that down. Just like that. All right, cool. So we'll update that. And then, let's see, should we leave it like that? Let's see, how do I... Okay, so I'm going to just stretch this over like that. There we go. All right, so update. Okay, so it takes care of that section. Let's go down here. I'm going to change this happy clients to client testimonial or testimonials. Let's change the color of this little quote. So we'll go to style, change that to blue. And let's see, we'll update. And then these right here I'm going to keep, but they're all John Doe and they say designer, which doesn't make much sense. What I'm going to do is change the designer to wherever they're located. So I'm going to say Denver, Colorado. I think CO is Colorado, right? And then this girl here, obviously she's not a John Doe. Let's change her to Emily Smith. And we'll say Boston, Mass, and update. And then this one here we'll change to Beth Johnson, and we'll say Miami, Florida. Okay, so that looks a little bit more realistic. The diet program I'm going to get rid of, but if you wanted to keep it, it has a cool little accordion module, but I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of the latest news as well. This will automatically populate with your latest posts in your blog, but I'm going to get rid of that. And then this part here, let's see, so we have get in touch. The map I'm just going to keep as is, but if I were to click the edit on the map, you can change the location, your latitude and longitude if you want. You can change the marker, you can zoom in and out. So you can kind of format that as you want. So I'll click update there. The get in touch, it should be connected to your WordPress, your WP7 form. So if I go ahead and click on this, let's see, oh, right here. So if I click the pencil icon, you'll see the short code here for contact form 7. Now if I go to my admin area and I go to, where is it? In plugins, where is my forms? Oh, contact forms. Okay, so these are the short codes that you would use for each form. So let me see which one it's actually using. It's ID 256, so it's this first one here. So if I click on this, you'll see you can add HTML here, you can style it, but there's like little placeholders. So for text, this is a text field, placeholder is name, this is for the email, this is for the phone, and then this is the message. Okay, now if you want this contact form to actually work, you want to go to mail, and this was already filled out when I did this. All right, so let me see. All right, so I'm going to change some of this up just to make this form actually work. One second. Let's see. All right. I'm just getting the settings that I need here. So the to field is going to be where you want the email sent to. So I'm going to have it go to my techguyinfo@gmail, which is kind of like a dummy email address that I use. The from. So I'm going to keep your name. This is actually going to be whatever the user types in as their name will go here. And then this is actually going to be, for me, it's going to be admin at, and then my domain name, which is appdemo910.com. Okay, so you're going to want to use the domain name that your WordPress site is hosted on. For subject, I'm just going to say Save Light submission. Additional headers, we have reply to. Let's see, your email, that's fine. And then the message is going to have the name that they input, the email, subject. I don't think we have a subject, do we? There is no subject. So I'm going to get rid of that. And you can format this to be however you want. I just want the name, email, and the message. Let's get rid of this. All right, so I think that should be good for this tab. Messages, you can change the messages for like when they submit and it says thank you, it's been sent, or if there's an error or something like that. But I think this is good, so I'm going to save this. All right, and then we'll go back to our website here, and we're not going to have to change anything here. That'll be fine. This is just an extra widget. I'm going to delete that. This right here, if you wanted to drag in another widget, you could click on this, and you could bring anything over. It could be an image, it could be a video, it could be a button, a list, whatever you want. It could be an advertisement if you wanted to make money with, if this was like a blog site or something, and you wanted to put someone's advertisement, you could do that as well. But I think we're good. The footer, this stuff isn't changed with Elementor. This is actually changed from the widgets in the admin area. But I think we're good for the home page. So I'm just going to click update one last time. And if I go up here and say exit to dashboard, it's actually going to bring us to our admin area. But I'm going to go to visit site. And now let's take a look at our front end. And there we go. Oh, the button. It still has a green button. Let me change that real quick. So I'm going to go back into Elementor. And let's just change this button style. We'll do white background, hover state, blue, and update. Oh, actually, you know what? I wanted the regular state to be white with blue text. So we'll say white, text color is going to be blue. And then hover, we'll do background color. Let's do black. Text color white. There we go. All right, so now we'll exit Elementor and go back to the front end, visit site. There we go. All right, so now what I want to do is just test the contact form, and it has validation. If I try to send, you'll see that all of these are required. So let's say Harry White, email, we'll say harry@gmail, phone, and we'll say hello, this is a test. All right, so let's send. Thank you, your message has been sent. So now what I'm going to do is just open up another tab off screen, and I'm going to check my email real quick. And there it is. So I guess I can show you guys this. Harry White, save light submission. If I click it, from Harry White, message body, hello, this is a test. And it didn't even go to my spam box. So, and this is Gmail, so it's a, you know, everything is working good. And you can obviously format this to look a little better, but I don't really care about that right now. All right, awesome. So the contact form works. And now what we want to do is the inner pages. So I'm going to go to About Us. Okay, so there's not too much we want to change here. Let's go ahead and edit with Elementor. And all I want to change here really in this part is this image. So I'm going to click the edit, and let's go over here and delete, and then add a new image, which I'm going to upload. And I'm going to grab the one of the people, the fake company people. Okay, so we'll insert that, and there we go. Let's go down here. So this right here is basically an image. Let's see. So YouTube. So it has an image overlay, and we can change that first. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to upload a file. We're going to grab this this one right here with the smartphone, the YouTube icon, insert media. Okay, so now that's the image, and then for the video, what you would do is just let's see, I'll just go to YouTube real quick. So you would just put a link to a YouTube video. So I'll just grab my latest video, and let's save that. Let's go back and paste that in. Okay, so now that should be good. Let's update, and we'll try it out. If I press play, it doesn't play it automatically though. Oh, can I change? Oh, you can change it to auto play. Okay, so now, wait, I need to update. So it should play automatically now, but we'll check that out after. So if I go down here, I'm going to leave all of these the same, leave that the same. That should be fine. All right, so let's exit, and let's visit the site. So now if we go to About, we have our image, we have this here, let's play. It still doesn't play automatically though. Not sure why. Next thing I want to do before we move on to the blog and contact is I want to change some of this footer stuff. So the footer is actually located in Appearance Widgets. Okay, so if you look, You also have the sidebar, which is on your blog page, which I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff after. But if you look at footer 1 text, it has like the logo. So it's this right here. This is footer 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to change out the logo. I'm going to actually just delete that, and I'm going to go add media, and I'm going to insert the Save Light logo. So let's insert that into the post. There we go, and the rest I'll leave. I don't know what this ATU is. Just do copyright 2018 and save. All right, so footer 2, the contact us. I'm just going to change some of this stuff. We'll just say like contact at savelight.test. Change the number here. So obviously, like, this is what you would do for a real company, is you would put their real stuff in. So we'll say they're at like 50 Summer Street, Boston, Mass, and save. Okay, so next we're going to go to footer 3. This is the navigation. We'll leave that. That's the quick links. Footer 4 is the social profiles. So you would go to appearance menus, create a menu linked to social profiles, and so on. But I'm just going to leave that as is. All right, so if I go back and reload, you should see our changes down here in the footer. All right, so now let's move on to the blog. So for the blog, all I'm going to do is just change up the images. We'll keep the posts. We'll delete the hello world. So you would go to posts, and we'll go ahead and we'll just move hello world to the trash. We'll go to this post here, and let's change the featured image. So we'll set it to, we'll just do this one. Okay, and if you want to change the title, you can do that here, the body. You can also edit it with Elementor. I wanted to add some categories. So let's see, what categories did I have here? Yeah, so we'll do like company news, savings, and advice. And let's say stocks and trading. All right, so I just want to choose one of these. We'll say stocks and trading, and let's update. Okay, so we'll go to the next post, and let's change the featured image. We'll just use this one here. And let's choose company news, update. Go to our last post, and we'll choose savings and advice. Change the featured image to this picture. All right, so now our blog should look more realistic without pictures of food and stuff. There we go. And obviously you could add more posts. Now over here, I usually get rid of like the meta, like the category, not the categories. I like to keep just the recent posts and the categories and the search, and get rid of everything else. So if we go to appearance and then widgets, on the sidebar, I'm going to get rid of recent comments. So we'll delete that. Let's get rid of meta, and let's get rid of archives. Make it, just clean it up a little bit. So if I reload, now those are gone. Okay, so that looks pretty good. You could search for posts here if you want as well. So now let's go to contact. Okay, so do you own this website? Yes. Okay, so it looks like I just don't have an API key for this map, so you have to get one from Google Maps. But down here, we want to change the colors of this here. Actually, let me see what's going on here. If I go to Elementor, and yeah, see, you need to put your API key in here. But the home page had one, didn't it? Let me see something. Yeah, it looks like there was one here, so let's actually see if we can use that same one. So if I go down here and edit, yeah, they have an API key here, so let's grab that and put it in here. And if this was production, you'd want to get your own, but for now we'll just use that one. All right, so we'll update that. So now contact details, I'm going to change this line to the blue color. Let's change these icons. Style, blue, content, let's say, what I do, like 50 Summer Street. It's fine. So update, let's go to this next one here. Let's change style to blue. Okay, and then content. Change the email here. I'm just trying to be consistent. So I think I did like contact at savelight.test. I'll update that. And then this one here, this is the hours. I guess I'll just change the style to blue. All right, so contact details. Now this form, if I click the edit button here, actually this is for get in touch. Let's go to this edit button. And you'll see the short code here, which is ID 327. Now what I want to do, just to make things easier, is use the same form that we have on the home page, which is 256. So I'm going to grab this short code because this has all the correct mail settings and all that stuff. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to paste that in here like that. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, you know what we can do? You know what we can do is we can duplicate that form. So we use 256, this right here. Let's duplicate it. And let's call it, I don't know, we'll just call it full contact. And the reason for the styling is because of all these divs and stuff. So let's take out all the styling. And I don't even want the phone, actually. Let's take this out. So I just want like the name, the email, and the text area, and the button. Like that. And the mail settings you can see are all correct because I duplicated the form. I just want it displayed differently. So let's save that. And then we're going to take this short code here and copy it and put that right here. There we go. Perfect. And we'll apply. Cool. So yeah, down here's the footer. So I think we're all set. So let's get out of Elementor. And let's view the front end. Okay, so just to go over the home page real quick. Everything looks good. The about page. Blog. And contact. Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't that stick? I mean, you could use this if you want. It even has like a select list and stuff, but I just want to keep it simple. So for some reason it didn't save my short code. So let me just grab that again and let's go down, edit this, put in the correct short code and update. All right, so that should be all set. one last time. Let's escape Elementor and go back. Go to contact. There we go. And that will work because it has the same settings as the other form. This green line, though, I do want to change. So you can see how easy this stuff is. And if I wanted to make this thicker, I could do that. If I wanted to make it thinner, I could do that. It's very simple. Okay, cool. All right, guys, so I think that's going to be it. And remember, this video is geared towards beginners. I like to cater to all skill levels, whether you're just getting into web development or you've been in it for years. I like to create videos for everybody. So this is more for like people that are just starting up, that want to do maybe freelancing, want to build websites for their friends or potential clients, and do it in a timely manner. So, I will do some more WordPress videos on like theme building and plugins and stuff like that. I do have a couple. I actually have a series where we create a WordPress theme, but it's kind of old. We use Bootstrap 3. So I think that I will be doing a new series where we build a theme from scratch and not use any kind of UI framework, just straight HTML, CSS, in JavaScript. So look forward to that in the future. All right, so thanks, guys. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.